Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to tonight's presentation of the Epic Basketball League, brought to you by the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and I am coming to you live from the Dave Cave with another exciting night of action. Tonight's game is dedicated to the memory of the great John Havlicek, who passed away earlier this week at the age of 79. And John Havlicek holds a lot of special memories for me and my family. He was an Ohio State Buckeye, which, as you know, is the the center of the sports universe in my world. One of my mother's favorite basketball players. She loved John Havlicek. She loved Jerry Lucas and Mel Knoll as members of the 1960 NCAA champion Ohio State Buckeyes. And Havlicek, of course, was integral to that team. He went on to, I did not know this, play a year of football as a wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns in 1962 before moving on to the Celtics and carving out a legacy there as the all-time leading scorer in Celtics history, revolutionized the six-man role, and was perhaps most well known for his heroics in the 1965 Eastern Conference Championship. Game 7 coming down to the wire, and the Philadelphia 76ers had the ball with a chance to inbound and score the winning basket, trailing by 1 point. And as Johnny Most would say, most famously, Havlicek stole the ball. And that was dubbed by the NBA as the greatest, most famous radio call in basketball history. So tonight we dedicate this game to the great John Havlicek, and we will be bringing you Boston at Phoenix in an important matchup in our Silver Division. So let's go to the game screen and take a look at the current status of our Epic Basketball League. Here we go. As you recall, this is a 20-game regular season with relegation rules from year to year. So the top two teams in the Silver Division after 20 games will move up to the Gold Division for play in the 1971-72 season. And Boston and Phoenix are right on the cusp of gaining that accolade. The Chicago Bulls are tops in the Silver Division. Boston and Phoenix are battling it out for that second relegation spot to move up. I guess I should call that a promotion spot to move up into the Gold Division for the following season. And the Celtics are led by the man, John Havlicek, third leading scorer in the league at 28.7 points per game. Phoenix is led by Dick Van Arsdale, who is 8th in scoring and 5th in steals. So this should be an exciting game tonight. There's a lot on the line as we honor the memory of John Havlicek. Let's get this show on the road. I'd like to welcome to the folks in the chat tonight, Dave Garner and Randy Luxembourg. Thank you both for joining us here tonight. And let's get it started. The Celtics are bitten by the injury bug here tonight. They do not have JoJo White available. So Havlicek will potentially see some time at both the shooting guard and the point guard positions. Art Williams will be your starter at point guard for the Celtics, and Havlicek will start at the shooting guard. Don Chaney is your small forward, and Don Nelson is the power forward. And the red-headed rookie Dave Cowens out of the University of out of Florida State University, is your starting center for the Celtics. The Suns will counter with Clem Haskins out of Western Kentucky, starting at the point guard, and the aforementioned Dick Van Arsdale from Indiana at the shooting guard. Van Arsdale was a reserve All-Star in the 70-71 season for the Suns. Connie Hawkins, the small forward, was an all-star starter for the Suns. Paul Silas, the big man who would later go on to greatness as a member of the Boston Celtics. And the big man inside is Neil Walk, and he will do battle with Dave Cowens throughout the night in what should be a stellar matchup. So the lineups are set, and let's get it started. Here we go. Cowens and Walk to jump it up, and Boston controls the tap. Looking to set up the offense, they're going to go right to Havlicek on the switch against Clem Haskins. Havlicek outside with the jump shot, no good. Connie Hawkins rebounds for Phoenix. And the Suns move to the offensive end, moving left to right on your computer screen. Looking for a shot opportunity. Hawkins has a step on Don Chaney, but Don Chaney has the defensive lockdown on Hawkins. So Phoenix will continue to work the ball around the perimeter. They're going to go to Van Arsdale, who's going to put it on the floor. Van Arsdale attacks the rim, runs into Havlicek, no good, but they call the foul on Havlicek, and Van Arsdale will go to the line for 2 shots. 81% free throw shooter in the real season, but he cannot get the first one to go, and we remain scoreless. Second shot for Van Arsdale is up, and good. Here come the Celtics setting up the offense. They're going to look inside to Don Nelson working against Paul Silas. Short jump shot is good, but it's waved off. The foul is being called on Silas, and it's a foul on the floor. Actually, that was Havlicek on the shot, and it will be Havlicek going to the line for 2 shots for the Celtics. Shooting 78% on the season, and he misses his first. Second shot for Havlicek is up and good. And we are tied at 1-1. This is like a Clinton Parks cardiac baseball game here in the early going. Clem Haskins sets up the offense for Phoenix. And he is going to call his own number working against Art Williams. His jump shot is no good. And it is Williams who comes out with the rebound for Boston. Celtics are going to set up. They're going to go to Havlicek once again. Havlicek outside. He's cut off by Silas. Shot no good. Rebound by Don Nelson for the Celtics. His putback attempt is up. Pump fake is up, no good. Williams collects the rebound, and he's going to pass it back out on top to reset the offense. Fresh 24 for the Celtics as both teams are still looking for their first field goal. Boston works it back to Havlicek. Outside, sees the opening. Drops it into Cowens down low. Cowens travels. First turnover of the game for Boston. Phoenix basketball. We're still almost a minute and a half into the game and yet to record a field goal. Phoenix sets things up. Both teams are a little tight to start things off given the magnitude of what's at stake in this game. Phoenix looks inside to Neil Walk. I'm going to say that 5,000 times tonight. Walk cannot get the shot to go. Van Arsdale keeps it alive and passes it back out on top. They're going to look inside once again to Neil Walk. His short jump shot down low is good. Phoenix has the first score of the basketball game. Havlicek wants the rock. He drives, lays it up off the glass, and good. It's a 3-3 ball game as Phoenix sets it up. They're going to look to Van Arsdale working against Havlicek. Havlicek, a solid defender, and he's able to stop Van Arsdale from converting. Neil Walk with the rebound in the putback attempt. It rattles out, then falls back in. That one went around the backboard, off the glass, and back through the net. And the Suns have the 5-3 lead. Boston works the ball around the perimeter, looking for a shot. They get it inside to Nelson. Nelson in the paint with the turnaround jump shot, no good, but he's fouled on the play. They're going to call that on Van Arsdale, and Don Nelson will go to the line for 2 free throws. First shot for Nelson is good. Nelson now with a chance to tie, if he can convert the second, and it rims out. Rebound for Clem Haskins for the Suns. Hello, Al Wilson. Hello, Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys. Welcome to the ball game tonight. Question from Dave Gardner. Do you find the shot clock goes real fast in this game? kind of fast. You can reset the offense about twice, and you may or may not on the second reset get a 24-second violation. So in Stratomatic, you get 3 replays before you're called for the violation. So this probably does run a little faster than Strat. Indeed, Al, rest in peace, John Havlicek. If you get a chance to catch the first couple of minutes of the broadcast, we did a brief tribute to John Havlicek at the beginning of the broadcast, and this game is dedicated to his memory. So thank you for stopping in tonight. Phoenix sets up the offense. They're going to look inside to Paul Silas. Against the smaller Chaney on the mismatch, Silas gets the layup to drop. The Suns now lead 7-4. Once again, it's Havlicek calling for the basketball. His jump shot rims around, no good. Don Nelson with another rebound for the Celtics. His putback attempt, he cannot get it up. He looked out to Havlicek and he threw it away. 2 turnovers now on Boston as Phoenix brings the ball back on offense. Clem Haskins running the offense for the Suns. And he is going to look inside once again to Neil Walk. Walk inside, unloads. Defended well by Cowens. Shot is no good. Van Arsdale comes down with the offensive board. Can he get the putback to go? No, it's blocked by Cowens, rebounded by Cowens. Strong interior defense for the Celtics rookie. Boston coming the other way. They're going to get it down low to Nelson. Whistle and a brief stoppage of play for Don Chaney, who is wincing a bit with a shoulder injury, but he will remain in the game, and the Celtics will inbound the ball with a fresh 24 seconds. Once again, they're going to look to Havlicek. He's their guy. He drives. He lays it up and won't go, but he is whistled. He is going to go to the line as the foul is called on Neil Walk. The referees in the stands here at Veterans Memorial Coliseum didn't like that call, but their opinion means nothing as Havlicek steps to the foul line for 2 shots. His first shot goes around and drops. Second shot for Havlicek is up and good. 5 out of the 6 points for Boston belong to Havlicek, and the Celtics are within 1. 8.5 minutes to go here first quarter. Phoenix once again looks to Van Arsdale. Defended by Chaney. They get it into Hawkins, and Hawkins travels. First turnover of the game for the Suns, and the Celtics now have a chance to take their first lead of the ball game. What's Boston going to do? They're going to look to Havlicek. Surprise, surprise. He is their go-to guy. He comes around a screen from Cowens, and he buries the jump shot. 7 now for Havlicek, and the Celtics lead 8-7. Phoenix has Connie Hawkins open on the wing. He drives, lays it off the glass and in. He blew by Don Nelson to get that hoop, and the Suns go back in front once again. Boston running the offense. They're going to go inside to Cowens. Cowens in the low post. Shoots the one-handed runner off the glass and in for his first basket of the game. Here comes Phoenix. They look down to Silas on the low block. Silas inside. Pump fakes. Cowens swats it away. Rebound by Art Williams. That is 2 blocks now for Cowens. Cowens has a mismatch on the low block against Van Arsdale. Can they find him? They get it to him in the low post. His rainbow jumper won't go down, and Clem Haskins pulls away the rebound for Phoenix. They have a chance to run. It's Haskins and Hawkins. Connie Hawkins takes it to the basket, lays it up and good, and the Suns go back in front once again. Very entertaining start to this ball game. It took both teams a little while to get the scoring started, but it's been back and forth ever since. Celtics look inside low to Don Nelson. He can't get the shot to go, but he is fouled by Connie Hawkins, and it will be Nelson headed to the foul line for 2 shots. That is the 4th personal foul already on Phoenix in this first quarter. Nelson hits the first shot to tie the game. Has that awkward one-handed free throw shooting style, but it's effective, and he makes both shots and gives the Celtics the lead once again. Here comes Phoenix. Clem Haskins leading the attack, guarded closely by Chaney. He looks around. He's going to put it on the floor. Haskins calling his own number. Drives to the hoop. He's cut off by Cowens. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Don Chaney. Dave Cowens is manning the inside, and the Celtics now have a chance to run. They've got Havlicek with Williams. Williams on the dribble, gets it to Havlicek down low, and Havlicek lays it up and good. 9 points already for Hondo here in the first period, and the Celtics now lead by 3. Haskins once again calling his own number. Gets it to Van Arsdale on the perimeter, back to Haskins. Shot no good, out of bounds to the Celtics. Boston showing some fine defense these last couple of possessions. And now they have a chance once again to extend the lead. They look inside to Nelson. Nelson's in trouble. He's forced to call timeout. And with 11 seconds on the shot clock, the Celtics will inbound and attempt to get a good shot opportunity. Chaney to inbound. He gets it inside. He's looking for Cowens inside. He can't find Cowens. They work it around to Nelson down on the opposite low block. Nelson's going to put it up as the shot clock is winding down. The short jump shot won't go. Connie Hawkins on the rebound for the Suns. The Suns have a 3-on-3 opportunity in transition, but Dick Van Arsdale is smartly going to pull the ball back out and set up the offense. He gets it to Haskins. Haskins is going to put it on the floor against Art Williams. He finds Silas inside, and Silas drops in the short jump shot. Fine play by Haskins on the assist. Boston comes back on offense. They look again to Havlicek. Havlicek shoots the jump shot. It won't go down. Don Chaney pulls the offensive rebound. His putback attempt is going to fall off the rim, and Chaney is called for the offensive foul on the play. Under 6 minutes to go now, still a 1-point game in favor of the Celtics, with the Suns back on offense. It's going to be Van Arsdale again, working against Havlicek. They get it inside to Mel Counts, and Counts is fouled on the help side by Art Williams. And Mel Counts will get one shot, as that foul was on the floor, and the Suns are not yet in the bonus. Counts can tie the game with this shot, and he connects. 14 all, we are tied. 5:34 to play first quarter. Havlicek wants the rock. They dump it off to him outside. He floats to the basket, lays it up. No good. Rebound comes off to Dave Cowens. Big Dave with the inside follow-up is good. 4 points for Cowens. Celtics now lead by 2. Phoenix has nothing going on with the first offensive rotation. They pull it back out to Hawkins, working against Chaney. Nothing there. They're going to look inside to Mel Counts. Counts on the low block, posting up against Cowens. Short jump shot, no good. Paul Silas keeps it alive on the rebound. His putback attempt is up, off the glass, no good. Art Williams grabs the rebound for Celtics, but we have a whistle and a foul on the rebound, and that's going to be a loose ball foul on Clem Haskins. That is his first. Into the game comes Rex Morgan for Boston, and as we discussed earlier, Boston does not have JoJo White tonight, so Havlicek is going to spend some time at the point guard, as the Celtics will try and rotate fresh guys in and out of that depleted backcourt. It's going to be Dave Cowens stepping to the line for one shot. 73% shooter in the real life, and he gets that one to go. And the Celtics now lead by 3. Phoenix back on offense. They're going to look inside once again to the open man Silas, posting up against Nelson. His shot is blocked by Nelson. Counts gets the rebound. Counts will put up the follow-up shot, and he nails it. Mel Counts, the backup center, very popular player from Oregon State University, just acquired by the Phoenix Suns this past offseason, has brought the Suns back to within 1 as Boston resets the offense. Havlicek runs the ball from the perimeter. He looks down low to Cowens. Cowens with a left-handed hook shot, and that is blocked away by Counts. Hawkins comes out with a loose ball. Phoenix will run. They've got 2-on-1 with Hawkins and Van Arsdale. Van Arsdale drives to the hole. His shot is no good. Hawkins pulls the offensive rebound. His putback attempt is up, around the rim and out. Captured by Rex Morgan on the rebound for Boston. Good hustle back in transition for the Celtics. And they now have the basketball on the offensive end. It's going to be Havlicek calling his own number. And it's stolen by Clem Haskins. Very nice defense by the savvy Clem Haskins, now in his 4th year out of Western Kentucky University. Van Arsdale is the leading scorer for Phoenix. He's going to look for the jump shot, no good. And it's another rebound for Rex Morgan. And back the other way come the Celtics. They've got Morgan down low against Van Arsdale. Posting up, the 8-footer is no good, but he is fouled on the play by Mel Counts. It is now the bonus time for Boston. So Rex Morgan will go to the line with a 3 to make 2. Only a 65% free throw shooter on the season, but he gets the first one to go. As Art Harris is now into the game at the point guard for Phoenix. Rex Morgan lines up the second shot. He is a rookie out of Jacksonville. And he drains the second free throw. Celtics again lead by 3. Havlicek now defending Art Harris on the point as Phoenix runs the offense. He's got Harris smothered. Harris cannot get off the shot, but he's going to try and take it to the hoop. He fakes left, he drives. Short jump shot won't go. Rebounded by Dave Cowens. Boston comes back on the offensive end, looking onto the post for Don Nelson. Nelson lost it, got it back, but he walked with it. Good defense inside by Paul Silas, and it's another Phoenix turnover. Bud W., welcome to the chat room. And welcome to tonight's game. And this is the point where I'm contractually obligated to say everybody hit the like and everybody hit the subscribe. If you're not a regular part of the channel, we're happy to have you here, and we'd love to have you back. Phoenix coming back on offense. 3.5 minutes to play first quarter. Suns trailing by 3. The shot options are not great the first time around. They're going to look to Van Arsdale working against Rex Morgan. Van Arsdale swings it back around to Harris. Harris drives to the basket, but he gets caught up, and the 24-second clock buzzes, and that's a violation. That is now a turnover on Phoenix. That is their first turnover against 5 turnovers already for Boston. So another fine defensive effort for the Celtics. What's Boston going to do on the offensive end? They've got Kaburski in the game, active on the low post. His layup is no good. Cowan's tip is no good. Paul Silas comes away with the rebound, and it's another transition opportunity for Phoenix. 3-on-2. Art Harris leading the break. And Dinwiddie reached in. Dinwiddie, smart foul to stop the fast break. The Celtics still have fouls to give, so that will just be a one-shot foul for Art Harris. Stepping to the line, only a 61% free throw shooter. But he makes the free throw, and it is a 2-point game. Celtics. Once again, they're going to look to Kaburski down low. And Kaburski travels. 6 turnovers now for Boston in the first quarter. And Boston coach Tom Heinsohn is not happy about that. Here come the Suns. That sounds like possibly a musical hit someday. Connie Hawkins outside with the jump shot. Tipped away by Dinwiddie and out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession, 14 on the shot clock. And Bud W. has subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Bud, and welcome. As Phoenix sets up the offense, they've got Art Harris working against Havlicek. Harris crosses over, Creates some space. Short jump shot, no good. Mel Counts on the rebound. Counts pump fakes, and he gets the shot to go, and he gets fouled by Morgan on the play. It is an and one for Mel Counts. And welcome to the chat room, Steve Tower. Go Hondo. Indeed. Hello, ID Jester. Welcome to the chat room. And for those of you who just joined us, this game is dedicated to the memory of John Havlicek. We gave him a short tribute at the beginning of the broadcast. He was an Ohio State Buckeye and a favorite of our family, and my mother in particular, who loved the Buckeyes and loved John Havlicek. May he rest in peace. Mel Counts stepping to the line for one free throw to complete the three-point play and give Phoenix the lead, and he drops it in. 20-19 Phoenix, 2.5 minutes to play, first quarter. Boston setting up the offense. Havlicek's gone all the way. He's got the ball out on the point. Options are slim on the offensive end, so Havlicek's going to call his own number. His outside jump shot is no good, defended by Harris. Havlicek pitches that one into the front row. Phoenix basketball. 7 turnovers now for Boston here in the first quarter. Tom Heinsohn imploring his men from the bench to take care of the basketball. What's Phoenix going to do? They're going to look down low to Mel Counts. Counts from point-blank range inside, nothing but net. And Phoenix is back up by 3. The lead has gone back and forth a number of times here in the first quarter. And with 2 minutes to play, the Celtics have a 3-point deficit. They're going to look inside to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie in the paint, fakes, shoots, he scores. Nice move by Dinwiddie off the bench. He scored 13 against Detroit in his last outing. Celtics have lost 3 straight, and they're looking to get back on the winning side of the ledger here tonight. Phoenix is going to look to Connie Hawkins. They like his matchup against Dinwiddie. Hawkins' jump shot is no good, but he is hacked on the play, and that foul is going to go against Rex Morgan. That's 2 on Morgan. Hawkins will step to the line for 2 free throws. First shot is no good. And into the game comes the legendary Hank Finkel for Boston. Hank Finkel out of the University of Dayton. Last time out, he recorded a triple single here in action with 2 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. Let's see if Finkel can duplicate that magic here tonight. Hawkins steps to the line for the second free throw, and he hits it. The Suns lead by 2. Boston comes back. They're going to go right to Finkel on the low block. Defended by Counts. Finkel unloads, and he nails it. Yes, indeed, Randy Luxembourg. It's the legendary duel between Hank Finkel and Mel Counts. You can't underestimate Mel Counts. As we learned on our last broadcast, Mel Counts is the uncle of MMA fighter Chael Sonnen. That was a fact I did not know until the last time we broadcast. So don't mess with Counts. If he doesn't get you, his nephew will. They go inside to Counts. His shot is around the iron and falls off. Rebounded by Silas. Silas on the putback attempt for Phoenix. Actually a stoppage in play as the refs want a wet spot cleaned. I guess there's already been blood spilled between Finkel and Count on the low blocks. And they need to get the towel guy in as quick as they can to take care of that situation. Silas to inbound for Phoenix. A full 24 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to work it around the perimeter. Harris on the perimeter takes the jump shot. Tough angle shot, but he nails it. Very nice shot by Art Harris, and the Suns go back out on top by 2. Boston now coming back on the attack. Havlicek looking for the open man. He's going to look inside once again to Hank Finkel. Finkel on the low block. Turnaround jump shot is good. Finkel is providing the spark that's keeping the Celtics in the game here as we enter the final minute of play in the first quarter. Phoenix is going to look to Van Arsdale. Short jump shot, no good. Van Arsdale's missed 5 straight. Dinwiddie on the rebound. And Boston once again is going to look down inside to Finkel. He's the hot hand. but he cannot get the shot off ahead of the 24-second clock. And that is yet another turnover for the Boston Celtics. Reinforcements into the game for both teams now, as play will resume with 22 seconds to go here in the first period. Phoenix is going to hold for the last shot. They look to Van Arsdale, back to Counts. Counts posts up against Finkel. Short jump shot, no good, but Counts tips it in. And with 2 seconds to go, we'll see if the Celtics can get a shot off. They get it to Kuberski in the paint. He can't get it off in time. And ladies and gentlemen, Mel Counts is your leading scorer in the ballgame with 10 points off of the bench for Phoenix. As we look at the box score, which will prove my point. Yeah, Counts with 10 on 4 of 7 shooting. Hawkins with 5 for Phoenix. The Suns managed only a 35% mark from the field in the first quarter. Very poor shooting, but those 7 turnovers killed Boston and managed to keep this game close. Havlicek leads the Celtics with 9 points on 3 of 8 shooting. Played all 12 minutes in that first quarter, with JoJo White unavailable tonight. So let's get back to action. And at halftime, I will have some channel updates. But we'll play the second quarter and then go to the channel updates at halftime. It's a lively crowd here tonight in the chat room, and I thank you all for coming. Boston wins the tip, and they're going to look down inside once again to Finkel. Finkel works against Counts, rises up. It's blocked by Counts, rebounded by Howard, who's now in the game for the Suns. It's a 2-on-1 fast break the other way, led by Haskins. Haskins ahead to Howard. Howard's shot is no good, but Dinwiddie gets him with the body, and it will be Greg Howard to the line to shoot 2. Howard, the backup power forward, into the game for Paul Silas. He is a rookie out of the University of New Mexico. 64% free throw shooter in the regular season. His first shot is up no good. Howard tees up the second one, and he gets it to go. First point of the night for Greg Howard. And here come the Celtics back to the offensive end of the court. They've got Kuberski with a switch against Mel Counts. Not a great matchup, so Art Williams is going to direct traffic. He sends the ball to Havlicek, back to Williams outside. His jump shot is off the mark, but Greg Howard fouled him on the help side defense. That will put Art Williams on the line for 2 free throws. He connects on the first. Second free throw, no good. Green boxes out for the rebound, but Williams stole it from him. So Williams is going to reset the offense. They get it over to Havlicek, working against Van Arsdale. Havlicek's going to put it on the floor, and it's stolen by Green. Lamar Green on the steal, and the Suns have the numbers in transition. Clem Haskins leads the fast break. It's 4-on-3. They swing it over to Van Arsdale, and it's thrown out of bounds. Boston basketball. Hello, Ken Castro. Welcome to the ball game. And if I missed you, ID Jester, it's good to have you here. Red Sox fan Randy and a cast of thousands here in Phoenix tonight at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum as we honor the memory of John Havlicek with tonight's game between the Boston Celtics and the Phoenix Suns. Boston has Williams outside with a mismatch on the switch against Counts, and he steps to the right, puts up the jump shot, and scores it. And he's fouled on the play by Lamar Green. So Art Williams created all kinds of havoc on that play. He stepped around Counts, got the shot to go, got the foul on Green, and he now has a chance to put Boston back out in front if he can complete the three-point play. The The free throw rolls around and drops through. 4 points now for Williams, and the Celtics are back out in front. Still in the first minute of play here in the second quarter, as Phoenix sets up the offense with Clem Haskins running the point. Haskins is going to call his own number, but he's fouled on the play by Williams. Foul is on the floor, so it will be one shot for Haskins. He can tie the game if he connects on this free throw attempt. A fine 78% free throw shooter on the year, and he scores it. That's his first point of the night to go with 2 assists and 2 rebounds for Haskins. Tie game now as the Celtics come back on offense, and once again they're going to go to their go-to guy Havlicek, and he is fouled on the perimeter by Howard. Already 3 team fouls on the Suns, 2 on the Celtics. We barely played a minute, and there's already 5 team fouls in this second quarter. So we're going to see a lot of this action from the charity stripe here tonight, as Havlicek goes to the line for 1, and he delivers. 10th point of the game for Havlicek, tying him with Mel Counts for the high man in tonight's game. Phoenix works the ball around. They've got that Whiskey Tango Foxtrot offense going, and they can't find a shot. They get it down low to Howard working against Kuberski. Howard throws it up and finally gets it to go. They didn't know what was going to happen on that play, and Greg Howard made lemonade out of lemons with that basket. Boston's coming back looking inside to Dinwiddie, and Dinwiddie scores over Lamar Green to put Boston back out in front. Phoenix goes to Van Arsdale. His jump shot is good. Haskins coming off a very solid performance. 8 assists last game against Chicago, the division leaders. Boston looks to Havlicek. His jump shot rolls around and out, and Haskins pulls another rebound for the Suns. Haskins back on the offensive end is going to call his own number. Comes off the pick from Howard, lays it up and good. So now we have the Suns back out on top. Nothing happening for Boston as they run the motion offense. They look around, they run it again. They get Kuberski down inside. Kuberski on the low block unloads and drains it. First basket of the night for the backup forward, Steve Kuberski, for Boston. He is in his second year out of Bradley University. 35-34, Suns lead, 9:31 to play in the second quarter. Clem Haskins is setting the offense. He's going to look to take it to the lane against Art Williams. His floater is no good. Kuberski rebounds, outlets to Williams, and the Celtics will run. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Williams to Kuberski. Kuberski lays it up, can't get it to fall. It's Williams on the rebound for Boston, and he's going to pass it back out to the perimeter to reset the offense. Williams shakes and bakes, goes to the glass, lays it up, can't get it to go. Dinwiddie rebounds on the offensive end. His putback attempt is knocked away by Lamar Green, and Green takes it away. Fine comeback on defense there by Lamar Green. They're going to look to Green down on the low block, posting up against Dinwiddie. He nails it. Suns back out on top by 3. Action picking up here in the second quarter. Havlicek on the attack once again. His jump shot is no good. Rebound by Green. Green giving the Celtics all kinds of problems here in the early part of the second quarter. Haskins directing traffic. Looking inside to Greg Howard. Howard works against Kuberski. His layup is no good, but Kuberski fouled him. And it will be Greg Howard going to the line for 2 shots. Howard, a 64% shooter in real life, only .500 on the replay season, and he misses the first. Art Williams to the bench for Phoenix. That's going to put Havlicek back out on the point. Havlicek's scoring dropped noticeably when he was forced to run the point in the first quarter. And for those of you just joining us, JoJo White is out of action for Boston tonight. And it will be Havlicek, Morgan, and Art Williams manning the 2 backcourt positions for Boston throughout tonight's game. Boston back on the attack. They're going to look inside to Don Nelson. Nelson backs in. His short jump shot is blocked away by Haskins. Lamar Green with another rebound for Phoenix. And the Suns come back to the offense with a chance to extend the lead. They look to Van Arsdale working against Rex Morgan, the rookie. And Haskins, the veteran, buries the jump shot. And that is 5 for Haskins here tonight. Suns now lead by 6. Biggest lead of the game for either team. As they look inside to Cowens. Cowens back in the game working against Counts. Lays it up with the left hand, gets it to go. Celtics need some more production out of Cowens tonight to stay close in this ball game. Van Arsdale takes charge for Phoenix. His jump shot is good. And that's 5 now for Van Arsdale. Suns back out on top by 6. Havlicek calling his own number against Haskins. He drives, he's cut off. His short jump shot is no good. And Havlicek is struggling here in the second quarter. He had 9 in the first quarter, but he is 0 for the second quarter. And the Celtics continue to trail by 6. They're going to look inside to Mel Counts. He's got a mismatch against Chaney on the low block. Counts inside. Short jump shot is good. Counts leads all scorers now with 12 points. The popular backup center here in Phoenix. Havlicek is working against Haskins again. This time he's going to put it on the floor. He lays it up, no good, but Havlicek draws the foul on Counts and gets to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. The first shot is up and good. The first shot is up and no good, excuse me. I spoke too soon. Havlicek tees up the second free throw, and he drops it through. Maybe that's what he needs to get going on the offensive end once again. Popular saying for Larry Bird. He says that shooters just like to see the ball go through the basket. And when Bird would warm up before a game, the first thing he would do is just go into the lane and just make about 5 in a row just to get that feeling of having the ball go through the basket before he went into the rest of his workout routine. So maybe Havlicek could learn a thing or two from watching Larry Bird play. Neil Walk back into the game now for Phoenix. He backs inside against Chaney. Strong move to the basket. He gets the shot to go. And it is now a 9-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix working the offense. As the Celtics work it around, they get it down low to Nelson. Nelson against Lamar Green. His short jump shot is no good, but he is fouled by Green. That is 5 fouls on the Phoenix Suns here in just over 5 minutes of play in the second quarter. And it will be Don Nelson going to the line to shoot 2. Nelson dribbles, shifts the ball to his right hand, puts up that one-hander, and it's good. Second free throw for Nelson is good. And the lead has been cut to 7. Phoenix back on offense. I guess round 1 of the battle between Counts and Finkel is ended as Walk and Cowens are now playing the low post. They're going to look inside to Neil Walk. It's punched away by Morgan. Walk gets it back, shoots it up and good. 8 points now for Neil Walk. The Suns once again lead by 9. Boston coming back, looks inside to Cowens. Cowens in the low post, puts up that left-handed hook shot, and it is good. That's a big-time move for the rookie out of Florida State. Phoenix coming back on offense. They've now got Joe Thomas, the rookie from Marquette, into the game, playing the shooting guard position. He's got Morgan on the low post, but they don't like that matchup. So Haskins redirects the offense, and he's going to call his own number against Don Nelson on the switch. He goes to the baseline, and he's cut off by Chaney, and Chaney stole it. Very nice defensive help by Don Chaney, who was a stellar defensive player, all-NBA defensive player at times in his career, was Don Chaney. Boston coming back on offense is going to look down low once again to Cowens. Cowens on the low post, spins around and travels. Tried to get around walk, but he took one too many stops, and it's Cowens who's called for the walk. Phoenix coming back. It's going to be Haskins calling his own number against Havlicek. Clean pick and roll with Silas, and Havlicek stepped in and stole the ball. Havlicek stole the ball. And Boston is back on offense. Havlicek is going to call his own number against Haskins going coast to coast. Havlicek can't get the shot to go, but he is fouled hard by Clem Haskins. And that is 2 on Clem Haskins. And that's going to put Havlicek back on the free throw line. 3 to make 2 for Havlicek. His first shot is good. Havlicek for the second is also good. 13 now for Havlicek, leads all scorers, and the Celtics are within 5. Can the Celtics get another stop here on the defensive end? Phoenix looks to Hawkins on the low post. Hawkins sends it over to Neil Walk, bad pass. Off the court, turnover to Boston. And the Celtics have a chance to creep closer. They look inside to Nelson on the low block against Silas. He loses, he gets it back. Looks for Cowens inside. It's a bad pass, and it's stolen away by Clem Haskins. Phoenix has the numbers. Clem Haskins running with Joe Thomas. Cowens back on defense. Thomas powers it up, no good, but he is bodied by Havlicek, hustling back on defense. And it will be the rookie Joe Thomas shooting 2 for Phoenix. Thomas, a very poor free throw shooter, only 45%, and his first shot looked ugly. The second shot for Thomas is up, and he got that one to go. 6-point lead for the Suns, as Boston is now back on offense. They're going to look inside to Dave Cowens. Short jump shot inside, no good. Cowens gets his own rebound. The putback shot by Cowens is blocked by Neil Walk into the hands of Nelson. Nelson on the putback. He pump fakes. His short jump shot is no good, but he is fouled by Silas. The Celtics had 3 shots at it, and they could not score. But Nelson does get to the line with the opportunity for 2 in the bonus. First shot for Nelson is no good. Second shot is good. And Nelson now has the bonus with the opportunity to cut the lead down to 4 points for the Celtics. It's good. 49-45. Phoenix leads. Has the basketball. Under 5 to go now in the first half. Hawkins is outside, but he is smothered by Don Chaney on defense. Looking for a pick. He works his way open against Chaney on the perimeter. He's going to take it to the hole. Nelson cuts him off. The shot is no good. Nelson gets the rebound. Very good team defense for Boston there, as Chaney provided the defense and Nelson provided the help. Boston's going to come back to Havlicek on the perimeter. And we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball as Don Nelson is called for the illegal screen. That is the first foul on Nelson on the evening. Phoenix sets the offense. They are going to look inside again to Hawkins, posting up against Chaney. Under pressure. Short jump shot, no good. Silas comes up with another offensive rebound for Phoenix. His short jump shot is around the rim and drops. 6 points now for Silas to go along with 4 rebounds. And the Suns stretch the lead back to 6. Boston setting it up. Getting encouragement from Tom Heinzen on the bench. Havlicek working against Clem Haskins. He's going to go to the hole. He puts it up, no good, and Silas takes the rebound. Silas with a quick outlet to Clem Haskins, and it's a 2-on-1 fast break opportunity for Phoenix. Haskins with Hawkins. Long pass down to the post. Haskins lays it up and good, and he's fouled by Cheney. Very nice two-man game there by Clem Haskins and Connie Hawkins. And it is Haskins who converts the basket and has the chance for the three-point play now on the foul by Don Cheney. Haskins' free throw is good. 8 points now for Haskins, and it's a 9-point lead for Phoenix. Just over 4 minutes to play in the half. What's Boston going to do? They're going to push it into the post once again to Cowens. It's tipped away out of bounds, but Boston will retain possession. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Boston, as it's Art Harris into the game to give Clem Haskins a rest for Phoenix. Boston to inbound. Cheney looking for an open man. He sees Cowens on the low block. Cowens' left-handed hook won't go down, and it is Hawkins with the rebound. And now it is a 4-on-2 transition opportunity for Phoenix. Art Harris leading the charge. He tries to dump it off to Silas. Terrible pass, slapped away by Art Williams and stolen by Boston. Celtics have numbers on the other end. Art Williams with the long pass to Nelson. Nelson gets it back to Williams, and Williams called for the charge. Both teams unable to convert those fast break opportunities. That looked like a CYO ball game here in the local gymnasium, more so than a pro game in the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix. The Suns continue to lead by 9 points, and they now have the basketball. Running the offense, they get it down low to Neil Walk. Walk battling with Cowens. He gets the strong move to the basket, and he gets the shot to fall. 10 points now for Neil Walk, and the lead is double digits for Phoenix. Boston needs to get it going. They're going to go to Havlicek. Havlicek's jump shot is no good. He needs to get on fire and get the Celtics back into this ball game. Phoenix the other way, looks down low to Walk. Deflected by Nelson. Walk picks up the loose ball, throws up the short rainbow, and drains it. It is a 13-point lead now for the Suns as they are doing damage inside. 12 for Walk, 12 for Counts. Boston on the offense. It's Havlicek working now against the backup Art Harris. He drives, no call on the collision with Harris, but Havlicek finally gets a field goal to drop. And the lead is back to 11. Havlicek's got to get it going for Boston. He is showing some signs of frustration, and Dick Van Arsdale is going to try and take advantage. On the wing, Van Arsdale is fouled. Fouled on the play by Morgan. And he will shoot 2, as both teams now are in the bonus. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Suns leading by 11. Van Arsdale hits the first. The second shot for Van Arsdale is up, and he converts it. 60-47 Phoenix as the Celtics set up the offense. 2:47 to play in the second period. Celtics moving screens back and forth, running the motion offense. They finally get Don Nelson loose down low. His layup is blocked away by Neil Walk and rebounded by Art Harris. It's a 3-on-3 break in transition, and Harris is going to pull that one back. Havlicek cut him off on the defensive end. Suns with the big lead, no need to force the action as Harris pulls it back out. He's going to look for Connie Hawkins inside. Hawkins called for the offensive foul. He lowered his shoulder into Don Nelson, and the refs wouldn't let him get away with it. Boston basketball. Late in the first half, these guys are gassed. What are the Celtics going to do? Still looking for an opportunity. They're going to look down inside to Don Nelson. Nelson on the pick and roll. Has an opening, but Silas comes over on the help. Swats that one away. And Art Harris steals the rebound from Boston, and brings it back for Phoenix the other way. Van Arsdale working against Morgan. Jump shot no good. Cowan's on the rebound. Under 2 to play. Boston in transition. They look inside to Cowan's. Cowan's posts up inside. The fadeaway is good. That's double digits now for Dave Cowan's. But the deficit is still 11 for the Celtics. Van Arsdale wants it again, working against the rookie Morgan. His jump shot is off the front of the rim, no good. And that ball will go over to Boston with now 91 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Celtics continuing to bring their point guards in and out of the game, trying to get everybody some rest. And hopefully a blow before halftime. They're going to look inside to Cowan's. And he gets the short jump shot to go. Cowan's now starting to make some noise inside. And the lead is back to single digits for Phoenix. 1:20 to go. Harris shoots the fadeaway, no good. Van Arsdale snags the offensive board and pulls it back out for a fresh 24 for Phoenix. Harris directing traffic. Looks to Bob Walk on the baseline. Guarded closely by Cowan's. Shot clock is running down. Walk tries to get it down low to Silas in the paint. Silas posts up, fakes the shot, and gets the shot to go on the jumper. Very nice head fake by Paul Silas. He fooled Don Nelson. He fooled the announcers. And he scored the basket. And the Suns go back out on top by 11. 53 seconds to play. Chaney's on the low block, guarded by Hawkins. He steps out to the baseline. Still nothing left. 14 on the shot clock. They're going to force it back out to Havlicek. What's Havlicek going to do? Havlicek defers to Chaney. Chaney comes off the screen and hits the jump shot. First basket of the game for Chaney. And it is a 62-53 ball game. Phoenix coming back, looking to add to their lead. They go to Van Arsdale on the wing, lays it up off the glass and good. He got around Havlicek. Havlicek with the 2 fouls didn't want to commit his third, and Van Arsdale took advantage for the easy layup. 29 seconds to play, second quarter. Boston once again looks to Havlicek. Comes around the screen by Cowan's. Cannot get the shot to go. It's Nelson on the offensive rebound. His putback attempt is up, and it won't go down. Silas comes away with the rebound, and Phoenix will have a chance for the final shot of the half. They get it to Walk at the low post. His short jump shot at the buzzer is no good. And that is the end of the first half. It is an 11-point lead for Phoenix as we go to the box score. Havlicek having a miserable night shooting, only 4 of 15. Those 7 free throws have helped his cause, and he leads all scorers with 15 points. Cowan 6 for 12, 13 points for the Celtics, as he has been the most efficient player for Boston. Phoenix is looking good. They had a very strong 37-point quarter there in the second. Walk with 12, counts with 12. And in that quarter, it was 8 points for Walk, 8 for Haskins, 8 for Van Arsdale. A balanced attack in the second quarter for the Suns, as they have a double-digit lead going into halftime. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your long-awaited channel update. I am very pleased to report that I got the tabletop webcam working with the laptop computer. I still don't like the camera angle, but I'm ready to try and do some tabletop broadcasting, perhaps as early as this weekend. I do have some nonsense going on from work that I need to deal with over the course of the weekend, so I may or may not have time for a tabletop broadcast. But at some point in the near future, I will expand my repertoire to the tabletop, and I am very much looking forward to broadcasting some live action from the Legends of Wrestling card and dice game. that I dearly love. And in fact, this weekend I have some activities planned for my usual Saturday night card. Whether or not I will get to stream that remains to be seen. But that is the exciting future of the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. All right, fresh bodies on both sides as the teams are rested and ready to hit the courts here in the second half. Jump ball is controlled by Phoenix. It's taken by Van Arsdale. Working against Havlicek. The dribble drive by Van Arsdale, and he is fouled hard by Nelson. Van Arsdale will shoot one, as that foul took place on the floor. Shot by Van Arsdale is up, and it spins away. Rebounded by Cowens. Celtic basketball. They're going to need Havlicek this second half. He's going to take the perimeter shot. No, he fakes. He drives to the basket. Lays it up off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Don Chaney. Chaney shoots from in close and converts the putback. Very nice effort from Chaney on that play to cut the lead to 9. Van Arsdale wants it again for Phoenix. He comes off the pick from Neil Walk. His 15-foot jump shot won't go, and the rebound goes to Don Nelson. Nelson with the outlets to Art Williams, and the Boston Celtics will run. Here comes the green wave. They get it to Williams. His pull-up jump shot is no good. Rebound by Clem Haskins. Another missed opportunity for the Celtics as Phoenix comes back on offense. They look down low to Paul Silas. Short jump shot rolls around and won't stay down. It's rebounded by Nelson. Nelson with the outlet to Williams. Celtics are going to run it once again. Boston on the break. Williams ahead to Chaney. Chaney gets the loose ball. He lays it up no good, and the rebound goes to Connie Hawkins. The Celtics cannot convert 2 fast break opportunities here in the first minute of play in the third quarter. Phoenix finds Hawkins down low. He backs in, tries to pass it back out to Van Arsdale, but that one got away and rolls out of bounds. Boston basketball. 9 turnovers now for Phoenix. Boston with 13 in the first half. And that is not at all going to make their head coach Tom Heinsohn a happy man. Here comes Boston back on offense, trailing by 9. What are they going to do? They're going to look to Chaney. He's covered on the low block by Hawkins. They circle it back out on top. They dump it down to Cowens on the post. Cowens posting up against Neil Walk, and Walk fouls him. Good patience by the Celtics on offense, finally finding Cowens open on the block, and Cowens gets to the line for one shot. Second personal on the night against Neil Walk. And Cowens delivers the free throw, and the deficit now for Boston is 8. Here come the Suns. The open guy is Van Arsdale once again working against Havlicek. Havlicek, a stellar defender, but Van Arsdale steps past him and gets that shot off, and he gets it to go. Van Arsdale now in double digits with 11, and the Suns' lead is back to 10. Boston working the ball around. Havlicek working against Van Arsdale. He's going to put it on the floor. He collides with Van Arsdale. There's no call. Havlicek blows the layup. Chaney grabs the offensive board. Havlicek wants the call, isn't going to get it. Chaney with the offensive putback, no good. Neil Walk comes away with the rebound. Havlicek with some words for the referees. Don't you know this is my tribute game? You got to give me the call. As the Phoenix Suns come back and set the offense, leading by 10 here with 10:13 to play, third quarter. Clem Haskins shoots the jump shot. It bounces off the rim and out of bounds. Boston basketball. So Boston is struggling here in the early going, and Phoenix really hasn't been able to take advantage. Havlicek looks angry. Pump fakes, drives the lane. The ball is kicked away by Van Arsdale out of bounds to the Celtics with 10 on the shot clock. Don Nelson is open down on the low block working against Silas. Under the hoop, his fakes. Gets Silas up in the air, and his short jump shot goes and give the assist to Havlicek. So Havlicek able to be productive on that possession. Phoenix coming back, looks inside to Paul Silas on the low post. His jump shot's no good, but he is fouled by Cowens, and it will be Silas going to the line. In the act of shooting, that'll be a two-shot foul for Paul Silas. Paul Silas out of Creighton. Already a veteran, but still some good years ahead in the Celtics organization. 68% free throw shooter. His first shot is up and good. And if he can convert the second, the lead will go back to double digits. Silas sets, he fires, no good. Rebound by Cowens. Williams brings it up for the Celtics as they continue to trail by 9. They've got Don Nelson on the low block with a mismatch against Connie Hawkins. Nelson gets the shot to go. He gets it to fall, and he is fouled by Van Arsdale. That's a three-point opportunity for Don Nelson. And he is going to go to the line for the and one. 7 of 9 from the line today. Now 8 of 10 as he gets that one to go. Boston is picking up some momentum. They trail only by 6 now. 9 minutes, 16 seconds to play, third quarter. Phoenix looks to Van Arsdale. His jump shot is good. 2 in a row for Haskins against Havlicek. The lead is back to 8. Havlicek wants revenge. He says, give me the ball. He drives. There's a whistle on the play, and a reach-in foul is called on Neil Walk. So Havlicek gets back to the line for one shot as the foul totals already begin to pile up for both teams. Havlicek sets himself, puts the free throw up, and good. 16 points for Havlicek now. He still leads all scorers in spite of his struggle from the field. Phoenix looking around. They get it back out on top to Haskins, working against Art Williams. Haskins crosses over on him, but he traveled. Pinned that ball against his hip, took an extra step, and the referees aren't going to let him get away with that. Boston basketball, chance to cut into the lead further. Havlicek wants it. On the perimeter. Jumps and releases, he missed again. There's a battle for the rebound. Elbows are flying, and Paul Silas again comes out with it. He is one bad man under the basket. Haskins drives the lane, looks for Hawkins, throws it away. Celtic basketball. 8 minutes to play now, third quarter. Suns still lead by 7. Boston with another opportunity to cut it closer. Once again, Havlicek is the open man. Once again, he cannot get the jump shot to stay down. Good D by Van Arsdale. Rebound to Cowens on the play. His jumper won't go. It bounces out of bounds. Phoenix basketball. Once again, the Celtics are unable to take advantage of 2 opportunities to score. Phoenix goes back to Van Arsdale. On the perimeter, fade away, and he gets that one to go. Van Arsdale is heating up here in the third quarter, and he now has 15 for Phoenix. Coming back to Boston. Havlicek once again drives the lane, and he has now missed 12 straight, says the announcer. Neil Walk yanks down the rebound, and Phoenix has the basketball. Running the offense. They get it down to Hawkins down low, working against Chaney. He backs in. He has a good look. He can't get it to fall, and this one bounces out of bounds. Boston basketball. Havlicek has got to get it going. He is still the open guy, but he's going to defer to Nelson on the low block. The J from in close is no good. Cowens with the rebound, but he is called for the push-off on the play, and that is 2 on Cowens. Neil Walk to the line for one shot and a chance to put Phoenix back on top by double digits. It's good. 72-62 Phoenix. 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Boston looks inside once again to Nelson. Comes off the pick. Short jump shot. Nope. Rebound Silas. It's been a struggle for all of the Celtics on the offensive end tonight. Their field goal percentage is down to 34% on the contest. The Suns pull the ball back out in transition and get it to Van Arsdale. He's the hot hand. He's still working against Havlicek. This time he passes it to Haskins. Haskins' jump shot is no good, but he's fouled by Havlicek. And that is 3 on Hondo. 4 on the Celtics now, as Clem Haskins steps to the line to shoot 2. Haskins' first shot is off the rim, no good. Haskins lines up the second, takes a deep breath, puts it up and good. 9 now for Haskins. The lead is 11 for Phoenix as the Celtics come back on the attack. They look inside to Cowens. Cowens fakes. Short jump shot off the rim, no good, but he is fouled by Haskins. He got Haskins in the air with that pump fake and earned himself a trip to the line for 2 free throws. Cowens, 75% free throw shooter on the season, but he misses the first. The second shot for the big redhead is around and in. 15 now for Cowens, and once again we have a 10-point ball game. Phoenix with the lead and the basketball. They look down low to Neil Walk. Walk in the low post, lifts a one-hander, no good. Rebound Nelson. Transition opportunity for Celtics, but they don't have the numbers, so they're going to pull it back. Once again, they're going to look down low to Don Nelson, posting up Silas. His shot is no good. Rebound by Hawkins. And the Suns have the basketball once again now. 6 minutes to play, third quarter. They look down on the low block to Hawkins. He bobbles it, he recovers it, and he gets his pocket picked by Art Williams. Nice team defense again by Boston, as their defense and their free throw shooting is keeping them in this game. That's 6 steals now for the Celtics. Boston sets it up. They get it outside to Chaney. Back to Williams. It's kicked away from Williams. Out of bounds. Boston retains possession. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Boston's going to have to get their shot quickly. Chaney to inbound. He looks out on top to Art Williams, working against Haskins. And on the final second of the shot clock, Williams is going to have to force one up. He actually forces it over to Havlicek, and they can't connect on the pass. It's stolen by Haskins. 4-on-2 in transition for Phoenix. The outlet pass to Van Arsdale. He lays it up, no good. Rebound on the play by Chaney, but Chaney is called for the loose ball foul. So the basketball will remain on this end, and it will be Connie Hawkins headed to the free throw line. Boston now rotating guards. Art Williams gets a rest. Morgan comes into the game, and Havlicek moves over to the point. You can tell that Boston really misses JoJo White in this game. No doubt they could use his floor leadership and use another weapon on the offensive end to take some of the pressure off of Havlicek. Hawkins connects on the free throw. The lead is back to 11. They're going to look inside to Cowens. He's got a mismatch against Van Arsdale. He goes to that left-handed hook shot, and it's all net. 17 now for Cowens. He leads the Boston Celtics. He leads all scorers, in fact. But they're going to need more out of him to cut further into this deficit. Mel Counts now working against Cowens down low. His short jump shot is good. 14 for Mel Counts. Boston looks back inside to Cowens down low, and he gets that one to go. Trading baskets now as we come down under 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Phoenix looks to Van Arsdale. On the perimeter, jump shot no good. Haskins gets the offensive board, passes it back out to reset the offense. As Phoenix has a fresh 24, down to 14 now as they look inside to Counts. Working against Cowens, his layup is good. This is some of the best basketball we've seen out of Mel Counts. 16 points now for Phoenix as they once again enjoy a double-digit lead. Morgan working against Van Arsdale. What's he going to do? He's going to look to pass, but he loses it out of bounds. Good defensive effort by Dick Van Arsdale on that play to stymie Rex Morgan. Basketball back over to Phoenix on the offensive end. 4:20 to play, third quarter. No jokes out of you potheads. Haskins with the ball on the wing gets it to Van Arsdale. His fadeaway is off the top of the rim, off the top of the board, and out of bounds. Van Arsdale had a nice little spurt earlier in the quarter, but he couldn't get that one to go, and the basketball goes back over to Boston. Boston works it around. They're going to go back to Havlicek. He gets it back from Cowens. His jump shot hits nothing. Nothing but air, and the ball goes back over to Phoenix. You got to respect the fans here in Veterans Memorial Coliseum. They did not bust out the airball chant after that effort by Havlicek. It's been a frustrating night for the man out of Martins Ferry, Ohio, but it is his tribute game, and the fans here respect that. Phoenix coming back on offense. They look to Van Arsdale. Van Arsdale drives. He's cut off. His shot is no good. Pulled down by Kaburski. Nice help side defense by Kaburski. And Boston is coming back on offense. Morgan working the ball around, 16 on the shot clock. The pass is tipped away, out of bounds. It'll stay here on this end with Boston. Now 12 on the shot clock as Boston sets up the inbounds play. They're going to look to Havlicek, working against Art Harris. He drives. He dishes it off to Cowens inside. Cowens' short jump shot is no good. Rebound by Hawkins. The Suns have numbers in transition. Art Harris leads the break, drives to the hole, lays it up off the glass, and good. Nice finish by Hawkins there on the pass from Art Harris. And the Suns once again are out on top by 13. Boston looks inside to Kaburski. It's knocked away. Phoenix with those hands in the passing lane. Boston retains possession. Kaburski to inbound. What's he going to do? He's going to look down low to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie on the low block. Punched away by Hawkins. Off the court to the Celtics. Now 8 on the shot clock. Boston still has time to get a good shot as Kaburski prepares to inbound. They're going to do the old switcheroonie. Kaburski inbounds it, gets it back, knocked away again. Again out of bounds as the Suns are all over it here on the defensive end this possession. And Harris steals the inbound pass. It's only fitting that after 3 deflections they finally get a steal. Art Harris, having stolen the basketball, looks to set up the offense. He's going to work against Havlicek. Foul line extended. Ball gets away from Harris and out of bounds. And that's a turnover against Phoenix. We're now under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Boston with the basketball. Looking to create. They look inside to Cowens down low. Working against Counts. Left-handed hook shot around the rim and out. No good. Hawkins with another rebound for Phoenix, and once again the Suns have numbers. Van Arsdale leading the break. Gets the ball from Hawkins. His layup is no good, but Morgan hammers him on the play. That's 4 fouls on Rex Morgan, and it will be Van Arsdale headed to the line for a 3-to-make-2 opportunity. 16 fouls on Boston now in the quarter. Van Arsdale connects on the first free throw. Second free throw is also good. 17 now for Van Arsdale, and the Suns' lead has grown to 15. Boston looking to create something. They get it down low to Dinwiddie. Bill Dinwiddie, short jump shot, no good. And Boston has gone completely cold. It's another transition opportunity for Phoenix. Hawkins and Silas. Silas lays it up off the back iron, no good. Pulled down by Dinwiddie. And Boston will set it up on the offensive end. Trailing by 15, now under 2.5 to play, third quarter. They look inside once again to Cowens. Again, he cannot get it to go. The rebound is tipped out to Havlicek. He passes it off to Morgan, and the Celtics get another 24-second shot clock to see if they can't make something happen here on the offensive end. Havlicek working the point now, drives to the basket, lays it up. Finally, he gets one to go. Havlicek finally breaks his miss shot streak, picks up his 18th point of the game, but Boston still trails by 13, and they're going to need a lot of help to get back into this one with just over 14 minutes of action remaining here in tonight's contest. Melkount's on the block. He drives, he's knocked to the floor, he knocks Morgan over, and they're going to call that one on Counts. He went with that jiu-jitsu back elbow to the back of the head of Morgan. And you may be able to get away with that in the octagon, but not here in Veterans Memorial Coliseum, as they whistle and call the foul on Counts. And into the game comes Hank Finkel. Finkel gave the Celtics a little bit of a spark in the first half. Let's see if he can make something happen here for Boston in the second half. It's going to be Havlicek working against Harris. He drives the baseline, lays it up and good. 2 in a row now for Havlicek. He's starting to heat up, and the Celtics are back to within 11. They'd like to get it down to single digits by the end of the third quarter, and then see if they can't make a run in the fourth to get back into the ball game. It's Counts against Finkel again. Finkel lands on his backside, and Counts is called for the offensive foul. That's 2 offensive fouls in a row for Counts, and he is forced to leave the game now with 4 fouls on the night in favor of Neil Walk. Walk didn't get quite the rest that he was hoping for, but they need him out there to battle the legendary Hank Finkel on the low post. Boston basketball. Finkel wants it. He's smothered by Walk. They get it back out to Havlicek. From the top of the key, he drives, he pulls up, he shoots, he misses, but Kuberski is there on the follow, and the Celtics have gotten it back under double digits. Phoenix coming back on offense, working with Van Arsdale. Mid-range jump shot, no good, but Morgan fouled him, and that is 5 on Morgan. Boston needs minutes out of Morgan, but he has now got 5 fouls, and we're not even out of the third quarter yet. Art Williams is still tired. Van Arsdale makes the second free throw. He has one more now on the bonus, as the Suns are once again on top by 10. And with the second free throw, Phoenix back on top by 11. They look inside to Finkel on the low post. He's got a good look inside, kisses it off the glass. Can't get it to fall, but Havlicek is there for the offensive board. And they reset the offense. Havlicek is going to go on the attack. 15-footer, circles the rim, no good. Pulled down by Green on the play. And back come the Phoenix Suns. They've got Green now posted up down low. His layup is good. And the Suns lead is back to 13. Boston works it down low to Dinwiddie. Working against Green. One-handed runner, no good. Kuberski with another offensive board. Can he get the putback to go? He pump fakes, he turns around, he jumps it up, and he gets it to go. 6 points now for Kuberski to go with 5 rebounds. And it is an 86-75 ball game. Only 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter as Phoenix brings it back on offense. They're in no hurry, willing to work the perimeter. Art Harris working against Havlicek out high. Harris puts it on the floor. Can he get past Havlicek? No. Kuberski cuts him off. His jump shot is good, as he finally did get free and get his jump shot off, and he converts it with the assist from Van Arsdale. Once again, the lead is 13. Boston setting up for the last shot of the quarter. Dinwiddie inside, posts up, and the jump shot is good. 6 points for Dinwiddie. And Van Arsdale at half court cannot get the shot off. Let's look at the damage in that third quarter. That was not a good quarter for the Celtics, but Phoenix didn't take advantage. Both teams only 24 points in the period. Boston shooting at 36% as a team, and that just ain't going to get it done. Havlicek with 20, but only 6 of 25 from the field. Just a 24% field goal percentage. Don Nelson not much better at 2 for 11. But both Havlicek and Nelson have visited the free throw line 10 times, and that is the only thing that is keeping it close for Boston. So they're just going to have to keep attacking and hope that those shots start to fall here in the fourth period. Van Arsdale leads all the Phoenix scorers with 19. And we are ready for action here in the fourth. I saw some wrestling chat in the chat room during the third quarter. And Bud wants to know if they are AWA wrestlers. There are some AWA wrestlers in the game. The Crusher is indeed one of the stars of the Felsinger Legends of Wrestling contest. And Bud tells a story about getting to buy the Crusher beer after a match. Here, he was signing autographs. I handed him a beer. He chugged it. Said, just what I needed. How about that? Where was that? Where did that take place, Bud? Was that in Milwaukee, the hometown of the Crusher, or was that somewhere else? I am a Madison, Wisconsin guy now myself. Not far down the road from Milwaukee, that was the hometown of the Crusher. Rapid City, South Dakota. Very good, Bud. Welcome to the chat. My Legends Fed right now is mostly based off of the current Ring of Honor superstars, and I do some NWA throwback matches as well. But if I know folks want to see the Crusher, I will put him on the card, and we'll get Crusher in action here in the very near future. But I could talk wrestling all night, but the Suns and the Celtics are ready to tee it up for quarter number 4 of this very important Silver Division matchup. Phoenix hoping to capture the victory and take over second place in the Silver Division. Phoenix controls the jump and starts the quarter on offense. They've got Mel Counts down low. His layup is good. And he has been a key to the Suns' performance here tonight. Very fine performance by Mel Counts. Boston looks inside to Dinwiddie. In traffic, lays it up halfway in and out. Rebound by Van Arsdale. Suns have numbers in transition, and they've got Harris leading the charge. Harris's outlet pass to Van Arsdale lost it out of bounds. Turnover for the Suns. And it is once again Boston basketball. Can the Celtics get it going here in the fourth quarter? Havlicek wants it against Van Arsdale. We've got a whistle and a pause in the action as Steve Kaburski is shaken up, and he heads out of the game. He should return, but for now that's going to bring Cowens and Finkel back into the game together now in the low post. The dynamic duo. Boston to inbound. Cowens will be the trigger man. He just throws it out to Williams on the point. What's Williams going to do? Can he get it down to Finkel? No. He's going to have to work it around again. 16 on the shot clock. Williams now guarded by Greg Howard on the outside. So with the shot clock running down, Williams is going to have to call his own number. Howard's draped all over him. The shot will not go, but Williams will get to the free throw line as Howard got him with the body. Howard was clearly not comfortable guarding the perimeter. And although Williams couldn't get the basket, he does earn the trip to the free throw line, where Boston has gotten some work done here tonight. Williams cannot connect on the first free throw. The second free throw for Williams is up and good. 5 points now for Art Williams. And the lead now is 12 as the Suns come back with the basketball. It's Howard against Williams now inside on the low block. He powers it up, he shoots and scores. So just like on the other end, it was Howard against Williams, and this time Howard took advantage on the low post and converted that opportunity. Boston trying to create something on the offensive end. They've got Dinwiddie on the block. His layup is up and no good. Counts has the rebound, and Phoenix has another transition opportunity. But Harris doesn't like the numbers, and he pulls it back out. Phoenix still working that 14-point lead. Contents to burn some clock here with under 11 minutes to play in the basketball game. They're going to look down low to Counts. Working the baseline. Jump shot no good. Rebound Havlicek. Havlicek and Cowens run the transition game, but they can't get anything created offensively. So they give it back to Williams to reset the offense. Williams looking around, finds Havlicek. Havlicek works against Van Arsdale. He's going to drive to the basket, but he loses it out of bounds. Knocked it off his own leg, and the struggles for Havlicek continue. Phoenix has the basketball now, leading by 14. The clock is the friend of the Suns. They look inside to Counts. Counts lays up another inside basket and scores it again over Hank Finkel. The Suns now up by 16 points. That is their biggest lead of the ball game, with now just over 10 minutes to play. Havlicek determined to make something happen. On the right wing, jump shot no good, and Havlicek is called for the loose ball foul on the rebound. Things are going from bad to worse for Havlicek here, as Mel Counts goes to the line for the free throw, and he connects. 21 for Mel Counts, now leading all scorers. And the lead for the Suns is 17. Boston still looking around, trying to make something happen. They're going to look down low to Cowens. His point-blank shot is no good, but he gets his own rebound, tips it back in. Boston now needs stops on the defensive end. Let's go Celtics, says Dave Gardner. Phoenix looks to Van Arsdale. Possession outside, 15-footer no good. Williams with the rebound. Celtics bring it back on offense. Williams looks to Havlicek. What's Havlicek going to do? He's going to pull the trigger against Van Arsdale. He's their guy. He drives. He's cut off. His shot won't go. The rebound is tipped around. It's loose, and it's come up with by Lamar Green for the Suns. Lamar Green gets it out to Van Arsdale, and the Suns have a 3-on-1 opportunity. But it's stolen by Art Williams. Nice recovery on defense by Williams. And the Celtics get the stop that they need. Williams coming into the front court, being guarded closely by Art Harris. Going to look to Havlicek. Outside, 15-footer won't go. Rebound Mel Counts. 7 boards now for Mel Counts. And back come the Suns. Van Arsdale brings the ball up. He's going to take it himself on the switch against Dinwiddie. And the 15-footer from Van Arsdale is good. And that is 21. 21 points now for Van Arsdale. Boston's now going to look to Cowens. Pump fake, shot from in close is no good. But he is fouled on the play by Lamar Green, and Cowens will go to the line to shoot 2. Cowens hits the first. And the second shot for Cowens is up. Rolls around and drops through. All right, Al, thanks for coming by. Looks like we've got a booming thunderstorm here out in Boston. So Al is going to take some time off and let this pass. Here in Wisconsin, we are expecting, believe it or not, snow again tonight. And we're going to get potentially as much as 6 or 7 inches, says the weather forecaster for tomorrow afternoon's incoming snowstorm. That's not supposed to happen during baseball season. Suns come back on offense. Bob Walk in the lane, topside to Haskins. Haskins takes it to the rim. He lays it up and good, and he is fouled hard by Williams. Clem Haskins will go to the line to shoot one and complete the three-point play as Kuberski comes back into the game for Boston. Haskins connects on the free throw, and that is 100 points for Phoenix with just under 9 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Phoenix is up to 50% from the field. Boston still at 34%. It has been a great night for the Suns on both ends of the court. Boston's going to look to Kuberski on the pick and roll. His short jump shot is good. Can Boston get it going? They need more stops on the defensive end. Haskins is going to put the ball on the floor against Art Williams. Passes it to Hawkins, loses it out of bounds. And that is a turnover on Phoenix. Paul Silas back into the game for Phoenix. They could use his big body inside. He is matched up against Kuberski, and they can't get anything going on that side of the floor. They work it back around. They're going to look inside to Chaney. Chaney on the baseline against Hawkins. 15 on the shot clock. He pushes it back out. Actually, he's forced to take the jump shot, and he gets it to roll. He got the bounce on the roll there, and it is 6 points now for Chaney, and the lead is down to 14. Can Boston get another stop? Phoenix looks inside to Hawkins. Connie Hawkins inside. The short jump shot is no good. Battle for the rebound, and it is Kuberski who comes away with it for Boston. Boston with a chance to cut further into this deficit. Screen and roll by Williams and Kuberski. They get it to Havlicek outside. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Haskins. They needed something from Havlicek on that possession, and Hondo could not come through. Phoenix content to work the offense. It's down to 8 on the shot clock. Hawkins is going to take the shot from the baseline. He can't hit it. There's a battle for the rebound, and Paul Silas comes out with it for the Suns. And the Suns will reset. Silas pushes it back out to Haskins on top. They've got it to Joe Thomas now, but Thomas can't get anything done. They work it back over to Haskins, and Haskins is going to take it to the hoop. He drives, he's cut off, his short jump shot is in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Kuberski comes up with it, but he is called for the loose ball foul against Paul Silas. And Silas has a free throw opportunity. Dave Garner says it's bad out our way. What do you got? A lot of rain, Dave? Is that what's happening? Do you have thunder and lightning too? Silas lines up the free throw, and it's good. 10 points for Silas. And the lead for Phoenix is 15 with 7 minutes to play. Boston looks inside to Don Nelson. His short jump shot is good, as the Celtics struggle to keep it close. But they need stops here on the defensive end. And Connie Hawkins is determined to keep the pressure on. He takes the jump shot and he buries it. That's 10 for Hawkins. And the Suns continue to stretch the lead. What can Boston do? They look to Havlicek. He's still their guy. His drive is up. It won't go. Dinwiddie takes the rebound. Dinwiddie on the follow-up attempt. Not this time. Don Nelson keeps it alive for Boston. His follow-up shot is up and no good, but he is fouled on the play by Paul Silas. So it will be Nelson headed to the free throw line. He misses the first. Can Nelson do better on the second try? Nelson connects. And the lead is 14 now with 6:22 to play. Boston, time is not their friend. Can they get the stops on the defensive end? Van Arsdale, foul line extended, passes to Green, threw it away. Boston basketball. Havlicek is going to take a blow. Morgan is in the game now with 5 fouls. Let's see if he can stay out of trouble here long enough for Havlicek to catch a rest. Boston's going to look inside to Kuberski down low. He can be effective down there when the opportunity presents itself. And he shoots the short jumper and knocks it down. Double digits now for Kuberski, and the lead has been cut to 12. Phoenix sets it up on offense. They look to Van Arsdale. He's got Kuberski on the switch. His jump shot is off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound controlled by Cowens. And the Boston Celtics have a 4-on-3 break opportunity in transition. Boston off to the races. Nelson gets to Williams, and Williams steps out of bounds. Another missed opportunity for the Celtics. Havlicek back into the ball game. Hank Finkel into the ball game. Celtics pulling out all the stops to try and keep this one within striking distance. Phoenix goes to Connie Hawkins. His outside jump shot is no good, but Lamar Green comes away with the offensive rebound. Can Green score the putback? His short jump shot circles the rim, no good, and Art Williams pulls it away for Boston. Celtics with a chance to cut the lead to 10. Havlicek brings it up the court. He's working against Van Arsdale. He's going to take it himself. His sideline jump shot is good. Finally, he gets one to go. 22 for Havlicek, and the lead is back to 10. Boston hanging around. Phoenix can't put him away. Clem Haskins drives. His jump shot is no good, and it's out of bounds basketball to the Celtics. Havlicek and Morgan now in the backcourt for Boston, with Cowens inside with Kuberski and Don Nelson at the small forward. Trying to cut further into the lead. Will they look inside to Kuberski? No, they look to Nelson. Nelson's got Art Harris on a mismatch. He's got a good look inside, but he cannot get it to go, and Art Harris comes away with the rebound. Phoenix sets it up. We're under 5 minutes to play. Harris works against Havlicek, and Havlicek picked his pocket. Havlicek stole the ball, and Boston has another chance to cut into the lead. We've got a loose ball now, and there is a pile-up on the floor. Kuberski and Silas are tied up, and it's going to be a jump ball. Boston needs this one. And Kuberski controls the jump. The tip goes over to Havlicek. They get it to Cowens on the post. Not a good matchup. Cowens is going to put it back out to Havlicek. Cowens actually cannot find Havlicek. He forces up the short jump shot, and it is way short and out of play. Another missed opportunity for the Celtics as time keeps on ticking into the future. And the Suns continue to hold a double-digit lead. Can they extend the lead on this possession? They're going to work some clock. They get it to Van Arsdale, working against Nelson on the switch. Van Arsdale pulls the trigger. Tough shot, can't hit, but it's tapped in by Lamar Green. Another big play in the fourth quarter by Lamar Green. He's got 8 rebounds and 6 points now. And the Suns go back on top by 12, and we're under 4 minutes to play. Havlicek looking for the quick shot. Havlicek outside, jump shot, and he nailed it. That didn't look like much, but Havlicek got it to go. And once again, the Celtics are within 10. Can they get a stop on the defensive end? Van Arsdale's got an opening against Morgan. He drives the lane. Van Arsdale for the short jump shot. It's swatted away by Nelson. Haskins controls the ball. He passes it back out. 7 on the shot clock. They get it to Hawkins working inside against Chaney. Hawkins is going to have to put it up. He fakes, he shoots, it won't go, but he is fouled on the play by Rex Morgan. That is 6 fouls on Morgan, and he is going to go to the showers as he has fouled out with 3:24 to go in the game. Art Williams now comes back to the point. Havlicek slides over to the shooting guard, and Hawkins has a chance for a couple of critical free throw hits to extend the Phoenix lead. The first shot is up, and he cannot deliver. Come on, Celtics, says Bubba Husky. Welcome to the chat, Bubba. Thank you for stopping in tonight and spending some of your Friday night here in the Epic Basketball League. Hawkins converts the second free throw. He's got 11 on the game, and the Suns lead by 11. Boston needs to make something happen quickly. They're going to look inside to Nelson. And it's stolen by Silas. Another turnover for Boston. And the Suns once again get a much-needed defensive stop. Haskins is going to bring it up. And they're going to work it around. They've got it down to 3 on the shot clock now with Van Arsdale working against Havlicek. Van Arsdale's got to pull the trigger. With the shot clock expiring, he gets it to go. And that is a dagger. Under 3 minutes to play now. The lead is 13 for Phoenix. And they're showing no signs of letting up. Boston looks inside to Nelson. Nelson gets it up and under, and he gets that one to go. But it may be too little too late. Phoenix in no hurry. Working the perimeter. They get it down low to Lamar Green. He's got a mismatch against Art Williams. The short jump shot goes. And the Suns stretch the lead again to 13. Boston needs to work quickly. Havlicek is going to put it on the floor against Van Arsdale. He passes to Chaney. Terrible pass, just out of bounds. Phoenix basketball. That is 20 turnovers now for Boston. 20 turnovers for Phoenix. Both teams struggling to take care of the basketball. But the Suns have the 13-point lead now with 2 minutes to play. And the fat lady is warming up the pipes. They've got Howard open on the low block. But with a full shot clock, they're going to burn some time instead. Phoenix milking the clock. Down to 16. They get it inside to Counts. Counts has been their big man tonight. Counts in the paint, guarded by Finkel. The shot no good, rebounded by Havlicek. Havlicek brings the ball up quickly. He gets it to Nelson. What's Nelson going to do? Nelson's going to push it back to Havlicek out on top for a desperation heave. Havlicek forgot to dribble. Shuffled the feet, and another turnover for the Celtics. 1:40 to play. Boston needs to get the offense going. They're going to let Van Arsdale work his magic for Phoenix. He can't hit the jump shot. Cowan's on the rebound. It's a 2-on-2 break for the Celtics. Can they convert? Deep down court to Chaney. Chaney to Cowens. Cowens to Williams. Pull up jump shot, no good. Rebound Haskins. Phoenix is going to bring it up slow. And they're going to burn some clock. They work it around 6 on the shot clock. They get it to Hawkins. On the baseline, working against Don Chaney. He drains the jumper. And it is now a 15-point lead with under a minute to play. Boston couldn't get the defensive stops they needed in the fourth. And it is down to desperation time for the visiting Celtics. Havlicek on the perimeter, defended by Van Arsdale. And Havlicek just bowled him over. 5th foul on Havlicek. And it will be with just 40 seconds to play, Phoenix basketball. Phoenix content to let the time tick away. Shot clock down to 7. Van Arsdale's going to be the trigger man. But he gets it stolen by Havlicek. 26 seconds to play. As time is simply slipping away from the Celtics. They look down low to Cowens. Cowens inside, pump fakes. He gets the short jumper to go. He's fouled on Hawkins. I don't know what Hawkins is thinking committing that foul. But it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things as we are in the final possession of the game. Cowens' free throw is good. Celtics reach the century mark, but they still trail by 12 with 16 seconds to play. And Phoenix is going to dribble this one out and come home with the victory. Haskins will dribble out the clock, and that's your ball game. Taking a look at your final stats for the night, the Celtics shot only 37.5% from the field, and their Leader in misery was Havlicek with 24 missed field goal attempts. Havlicek, when he retired, actually led the NBA, was the career NBA leader in missed field goal attempts. And not until Kobe Bryant took that record did Havlicek give up the record for most missed field goals in NBA history. And tonight you saw why, as he was 8 for 32 from the field. Um, but I typically try to put a game out every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And if you look in the game listings on YouTube, you can see the Sports Simulations and Replays Facebook group. That is my group. If you're not a member of that group, please feel free to join that group, and that is where the announcements of the live streams go. Al Red Sox fan who was here runs a Discord channel, and that's another place where you can see the opportunities to see not only my stream but lots of other great streamers, great guys on the channel. Al Red Sox fan does a lot of great sports broadcasts. Dave Garner is Mr. Hockey, always entertaining. Bubba Husky, thanks for joining us here tonight. Logacta was here. Ken Castor was here tonight. ID Jester was here. ID Jester does a lot of great baseball on his channel. Steve Tower dropped in briefly. Steve's another great broadcaster of baseball and wrestling and golf and just about every sports game imaginable on the tabletop. So thanks for Steve for dropping by tonight. Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys dropped in. Thank you, sir, for coming by. And I think that catches everybody that dropped in tonight. Once again, your final score: Phoenix 112, Boston 100. Dick Van Arsdale led the Suns with 23, but it was 21 off the bench from Mel Counts that I think was really the spark to the Phoenix victory. So that is your broadcast. Thanks everybody for coming in. Thank you, Logacta. Thank you, everybody. That's our stream, and I am out of here.